Okay, so we're going to open or start tonight's January 17th, 2023 administrative adjustment hearings. I believe there's only one thing on the agenda, the administrative adjustment 2301 for 271 East Main Street. And just for the record, do we have anybody here that will be speaking on behalf of the applicant or the applicant itself?
I'm here, Amy Duty.
Thank you. So with that, I'm going to swear you in. So if you raise your right hand. Okay. Do you affirm that the testimony you're giving tonight for administrative adjustment 2301 is the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, with that, well, let's get started. Andrea Gerhard, do you want to begin with the staff report?
Thank you. An application by Andrew Stein from Development Design Consultants, LLC, representing their client, Amy Duty from Amy's Laundry, requesting an approval of an administrative adjustment for 271 East Main Street in Westminster. These administrative adjustments were: number one, zoning ordinance section 164-45-10 to allow a one-story reduction of the required minimum two-story building height. And number two, zoning ordinance section 164-4111-A1 to allow a 5 feet increase to the required maximum 5-foot yard setback from Winter Street. The applicant is requesting that the administrative adjustments to construct a one-story addition to the existing one-story building to the east towards the setback 10 feet from Winter Street for the expansion of the existing Amy's Laundry business, a permitted laundry or dry cleaning establishments without drive-through service use to the subject property. Just some background. On August 24th, 2022, an application was submitted to the Department of Community Planning and Development for an administrative adjustment for 271 East Main Street. The subject property is Zone DB, Downtown Business Zone, and is governed by the City of Westminster zoning ordinance. According to the Maryland State Department of Assessment and Taxation, the property is owned by 271 East Main Street, LLC. The subject property contains a one-story structure in use by Amy's Laundry, a laundromat use that provides various laundry services. Pursuant to zoning ordinance 164-45-8, number 27, a laundry or dry cleaning establishment without drive-through services is a permitted use in the DB Downtown Business Zone. The applicant intends to add a 1,879 square foot addition. This addition would be used to expand the already existing services that Amy's Laundry's business provides. The applicant has submitted a simplified site plan, number SS2208, for this addition. The original administrative adjustment request did have more than just the original two that we're going through tonight. However, while reviewing the administrative adjustments requests, the two that we spoke of that I spoke of previously are the ones that were deemed to be required. Pursuant to Maryland Code Annotated Land Use Article Division 1, the planning director is authorized to grant administrative adjustments. On July 14, 2003, the mayor and common council adopted a resolution regarding administrative adjustment procedures. And in going through that, here you go. An applicant should understand that the administrative adjustment is an exception to the general requirements imposed under Chapter 164 and is not a matter of right. An applicant bears the burden of persuasion or proof to justify the granting of the administrative adjustment. And then the applicant, as I said previously, is adding a 1,879 square foot addition to expand the already existing services of Amy's Laundry's business. The proposed is allowed within the zoning district, and the applicant has submitted the required water and sewer allocation application. In evaluating the requested administrative adjustment, the director may consider various factors. You can see all of them in the staff report. However, what I'm going to speak to tonight is the findings of facts and conclusion of law. Staff recommends that the director consider the following as findings of facts and conclusions of law. The adjustments are being requested for an already existing building in the historic downtown commercial district. The Historic District Commission commented that the building itself was not historic, therefore that the proposed addition does not affect the historic nature of the existing building. The building faces East Main Street, North Bishop Street, and Winter Street. With these streets acting as the property's boundaries, it is very difficult to meet the setback requirements that require distance away from public streets. Other commercial and residential businesses in the DB zoning district are in fact one-story already. When looking at development plans for an addition, it would be the preference of the city that the addition be constructed seamlessly to blend into the existing architecture. This would not be achieved by the two-story requirement. There would be no detriment to the public or adjacent property owners if these adjustments were granted. And Winter Street functions as an alley and service road for trash removal for several businesses, including Amy's Laundry. Staff recommends approval of the proposed administrative adjustment per 164-158-1 of the City Code.
Thank you. I don't have any questions. So now we move to the applicant, Amy. If you want to provide any follow-up information or about the requested administrative adjustments.
No, Andrea covered it. Thank you.
I also, I have on the screen the map, but also I had the the simplified site plan if you needed to see that for anything as well.
And it was, the property was notified, notifications were sent out and the sign.
Yes, the sign was posted and the applicant and all of the adjacent property owners received 2 letters actually regarding this hearing tonight.
And we did not
hear, no, we did not hear back from anybody regarding any concerns or any questions. And there was no indication that anyone else wanted to be included in the meeting this evening.
Okay. Again, I have no questions. I think the staff report and the requested justifications are adequate. Therefore, I'm going to approve the administrative adjustment subject to the findings of facts and conclusions of law as provided by the applicant and as presented and in the staff report. And with that, if we have nothing else, that ends the meeting, ends this administrative adjustment and meeting.